Great negotiators don't fight harder, they negotiate smarter. If you want better deals, if you want better terms for your clients, better prices, then this is the episode for you. Welcome back to another episode of How to Become the Mexico Real Estate Expert with yours truly, Ryan Donner. So today we're going to go over how to negotiate like a pro without burning bridges, because we clearly don't want to do that with our agents, but we want to make sure that we get the best deals for our clients. Here's the truth about negotiation. It's more about win-win tactics than always being right. If you can get this core concept down and understand how to negotiate like a pro, I promise you, you will close more deals and end up with less other agents mad at you. My first tip for how to negotiate like a pro is to come in prepared. If you're not prepared, you're not going to win a deal. So what does that mean? Well, it means understanding market conditions. It means understanding sellers' motivation for why they're selling the property. It means negotiating based on solid data that helps back up why you're saying what you're saying. My number 2 tip for you is to control the tone, not just the numbers. Keep in mind that oftentimes when we're negotiating with people, things can get kind of heated at times. It's really important to stay level-headed. The moment you lose your cool is the moment that you have lost that deal or you're negotiating upper hand. So always use the numbers, use the data to back up what you have, but then stay calm, stay collected, because people will support you and accept whatever it is that you're trying to push for them to make the best deal possible for your own client. My number 3 tip for you is to negotiate terms, not just price. So yeah, obviously the price of the property is important, but there's some other tools that you can use in your bag to help support or change someone's opinion about how good your offer might be. What am I talking about? Well, it's things like negotiating the time of the contract or time to close. It could be negotiating things like how much earnest money is the client going to put down today. Maybe even include things like what are the repairs that the seller is going to pay for out of pocket to fix the property the way that your buyer client wants them. Things like that can make a big difference in the overall price of the property without actually adjusting the final value. Number 4, and I see even some of the most experienced agents make mistakes here, and that's to use silence to your advantage. Oftentimes we want to fill blank spaces with more words, and that's not always the best strategy. Whether you're working with buyers or sellers, it's always good to present the offer and let the silence linger. Don't be that next person to say the next thing. Instead, wait until the client makes that next move. It gives you the upper hand without even realizing that it does. My number 5 tip for you for negotiating properly is to set expectations early. What do I mean by this? Well, basically what I'm talking about here is set realistic understandings of how the deal is going to happen with your clients. If you're working with a seller, for example, talk to them about the reality of what the market conditions are today. Maybe price isn't the most strategic point where they're at right now. Maybe time on market is a little bit longer than normal. Maybe there are other terms or conditions about market conditions that could make a change in what the type of offer is that you're going to receive. And my last tip for you today is to respect the relationship. Remember that at the end of the day, you're always going to look out for the best interests of your client. But it's really important to make sure that you keep your relationships intact. You never know when tomorrow you might have to work with that same agent that you're struggling with to negotiate today. So always be respectful, be kind, be professional, because in the long run, it will make you so much further in your real estate career. You know how every week I love to ask you guys to take some sort of actionable item. So this week, what I want you to do is research 3 different types of negotiating tactics. There are so many different tactics out there, and obviously there are so many different styles. So find the style that works best for you and maybe some of the situations that you've come across. Use those tactics to your advantage, and I promise you, you will come out like a rock star in the end. Remember that great negotiators don't push harder, they think deeper. If you liked this episode, be sure to click that like button, follow, and subscribe so that you're always up to date with our newest podcasts. And don't ever forget to share with a fellow agent. Thanks for listening.